I'm going to attempt to describe what I've created over the last few months and weeks and days, and every day there's an improvement. This is what I would call a Zentaar. It's a Zentaar. I designed it because I love the sound of the tambura. I got to give you back history. I used to play the sitar, big instrument, 21 strings, ding, and you get all those strings to create a bell sound. That bell sound, each string is toned to vibrate. So what I've done here is I've created a vibratory, resonating, resophonic chamber guitar, which I call a Zentaar, to create a sound that is very much Eastern, Indian, with the sound of celestial music, sound of bells. So each string I want to design to sound like a bell. So I've made changes to the instrument. Underneath here there's a bridge, which I've flattened and gave it a small angle to vibrate the strings a little more. Oops. You hear that long resonance? That's the sound of the bridge and the amplification of this very technical guitar. It has 3 small aluminum cones in here that vibrate the sound into the metal nickel-plated guitar. So you get this sound of steel. And it just keeps ringing and ringing and ringing. It's very cool. So I've created a sound that takes me to the next level. You see, I feel that music and sound and vibration should hit and penetrate the bones, the tissues, the muscles to transform you. That's why good amped music, when you dance to it, should move you. And so to move the sound of the bass and the speakers and the amplification is important. So what I've done here also is incorporated mathematical rhythms, heartbeats, 60 beats a minute, your heartbeats. So just that is enough to put one into a state of because music catches you. If you have empty space around you, you fill your space with mind. But if you have music and sound, it penetrates you, affects you in a way. Well, if it's penetrating enough, like this sound of music of the Zentaar for me, so do you see where I'm coming from with the, you might say, technology of string, mathematics, air, vibrations, penetration, clarity, and if the note is perfect, if it's a perfect C, a perfect G, or what tunes the heart and the chakras, it's a natural inclination to C, this is C, this is C, 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 this is C as well. So I have a deep bass C, a very high but low C, higher C, and the highest C. Hear that? Now that's a little different than slightly. So it creates a full-bodied sound. That's why the Zentaar has a full-bodied sound, where most guitars have 6 different strings, maybe 6 different or 5 different keys or chords. In this, I have C, 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 and G. So basically, it's all C and 1 G. So I can hit this thing as hard as I want, and everything sounds good. So I basically showed you how to be a really good guitarist without having to really know all the chords. So to me that made a lot of sense because I wanted the volume of sound rather than condensed sound of 1 chord. I wanted multiple chords. Hear that? Hear that? Hear that? It keeps going. It's breathing. So the mystical nature of the way I play is I play under those intonations of the fading. I play into that fading and bring a melancholy, I guess, riding a wave. A lot of music, you ride the wave and it falls. That's great. But if it falls and then it catches you this next wave, it does this. So listen to this. Listen to this. So this is with, now I've also designed the way the plectrums, the string instrument strikes. You see plastic, you see nothing on this finger, you got one on this metal, and then you have the, right here, this is the razor blade. This is the high pitched, and then this is the medium pitched. And then I have one that is even lower, metal, and then I have the finger. So I have 4 different ways to strike this thing to create a sound with one string, multiple vibrations, because each time you hit it, it does something different to the air. So, education here. Also, this is my slide. Had to modify it so that it's always on my finger. You see, I used to have the slide where I'd have to hold it. You have to hold it, that means you have to use 2 fingers. Now I just got to use not even one, and I can slide my guitar. So that's really cool, multiple frets on one slide. And then fingers, and then the last, not the last thing, but what really separates a Zentaar from all guitars on the planet, all of them, not one guitar that I know plays this way, is the buzz. You hear that full volume? Here's a normal sounding chord on a guitar. This is normal guitar. Okay? Now, there it is. So this is on the Zentaar. So what's happening is it's hitting the bridge. This is very technical. This is like wizardry of guitar. I put the nut, I drilled into it, and I levitate the string just above the bridge. Just above. It's got a hair. I mean, like I can screw with this thing for sometimes 5 minutes, and then I finally get it right. And then if you hit it soft softly, it sounds like a normal guitar. That's soft. Normal guitar. And then, bam. Hear that? Normal guitar. Gets a little louder, the buzz. So what's really cool is now that instead of the guitar chord being one hit, and that's all I get is one vibration. Every time it hits that bridge, say in one cycle, it hits 100 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, I got 100 hits. That's 100 hits. That's like Eddie Van Halen hitting 100 times as fast as you can, but it does it itself. That's really, really badass and cool. Nobody's done that. And I think that's really revolutionary, because if you want a buzz, you can't get a buzz unless you have this little administrative thing. This could actually change the way people play guitar. So, you know, somebody plays guitar, they go, okay, I want to change it up, I want to do a slide, or I want to so this is another huge option to change your vibrational frequency. So the bass is also, hear that? A normal bass on a guitar would just be one tone, bong. This is together. See? One. Why did I create this? After playing the sitar, going back to that, 21 strings, even the temperature would change, the wind would change the strings. I'm like, hi, I'm over this. I gave it up, and then I was like, I need to play. So this is a 6-string guitar. Now the 7th string, I have 7 strings. If you look it up, actually I saw it on the internet just this month. 7-string guitars were the guitar before they changed 6 strings. So I put a 7th string right here that sounds awesome. It's 2 of those. So every time I hit that, I hit 2. It's awesome. It broke the other day, so I can't even show that. But it changes, actually it amplifies this another 20%. Meaning one string changes the way this thing sounds multitude, because I'm hitting 2 C's at once, bam, 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 and everything else that's C, it vibrates. That's why this becomes a sitar. It actually became a sitar, because when you got 2 strings hitting vibrationally in the same, and right now actually I have, when I had the other 7th string, I had 6 strings all in C. So I could hit 1 string, they would all vibrate and just breathe, huge. So that's again why this is an evolution of, well, people tune to different chords and strings. This has just C and G. Or I like going D as well. C and D with a G. D is awesome, but right now it's well, many different ways to adjust your guitar. So the last thing is this is the very first video I put up about this guitar, because I finally got the settings right. It's all about the buzz. You can get that right, then I've created the Zentaar. So these are actually available. I'm selling them, meaning I'm offering them to people that are interested. And they're well over 1,000. They're worth it. I've seen ones that don't even have any modifications.